I mean, obviously the road trip, we did what we needed to do. We did what was expected. We worked our rear ends off the whole time and earned those points. Very disappointed to come back here and have that performance tonight. And I thought it had nothing to do with anything, with our structure or anything like that. I just think it was a little bit of road trip hangover, or whatever you want to call it, and just bottom line, I mean, you're a pro hockey player. We got to do whatever we can to take care of ourselves. I thought it was evident from the first shift what our legs looked like, what we looked like battling for loose pucks. Just didn't have it. Just didn't have it tonight, and that's at this point of the season. You got to have it all the time.
The defense certainly got off to a slow start. You were blocking a lot of shots. Was that kind of propping the team up until that first goal?
Yeah, I thought Rob made some huge saves early. I thought our D-men blocked a ton of shots early, but you can only bend so long before you break and let one in. And I thought the first period we bent maybe as much as I've seen us all year. You get through the first, it's 2-0. You have a pretty good push at the beginning of the second, and I thought really from that point on, it's pretty much a dead even hockey game. Chances, shots, puck possession, all that stuff. But it's just too hard against good teams to dig a hole like that.
Was the back half of the third period after you went down 5 something that you can build on for Saturday?
Yeah, sure, you could build on it, but that's easy. I mean, it's easy to. It's not handed to you, but teams up 5-0. I mean, they're not the same hockey team they were when it was 0-0. So to me, it's easy to score and compete at that time. Not everybody does it. Some teams just go away. I knew we weren't going to go away. But it's hard, and it takes a man to do it right from the beginning. When it's tough, when you're down a goal, or when it's even, that's what real hockey players do.
And as a team, you've had your struggles at home. Obviously, coming back from the road trip, you've got 6 of these games left. Every point matters. How do you establish a good home ice?
Yeah, I mean, I think first and foremost we learned the lesson from tonight. And from the last couple of days, whatever those might have been, I just think we need to learn from it. And these are playoff games, and some of the older guys are in there talking right now, and what they're talking about is, hey guys, like there's nothing worse than not being in the playoffs. When other guys are playing for 2 months and you're sitting at home, and sometimes you might think, hey, it's great, get some days off, you go home for a day or two, and then you realize how much you miss the guys, you miss the rink, and you miss the game. So we want to be playing. We want to keep this group together as long as possible. The bottom line is, and we just talked about it as a staff, and we've played 7 really good games in a row. We have not had a night off. We haven't even really had a period off in those 7 games where we weren't ourselves. So it happens. It's life. It's hockey. There's going to be nights you just don't have it. For whatever reason, the first 20, 30 minutes tonight, we didn't have it. We were okay after that. Okay is not good enough. We'll be better on Saturday.
How do you think the 2 rookies acquitted themselves on short time?
I thought Chris Bradley was one of the best players on the ice. And I thought Brian Christie, he didn't get in till today, so a little bit limited of a role, but I thought he did a good job in it too. And listen, those 2 guys are here for a reason. Those are the type of people we want in this organization. I can tell you, as clear as can be. They're great people. They're captains of excellent universities that are both places, Merrimack, RPI. They value character. Those guys are as high a character human beings as you're going to find. That's why they're here. We need that additional room. I think they'll give us a spark on the ice as well, but it starts with the type of people they are. I hope they could come in and rub off on some of the other guys and help them along, because I know that from a character standpoint and leadership standpoint, I know what both those guys are.
Not that it's needed, but can bringing in those guys this late in the season re-energize the group?
Absolutely. You hope so. And I think it's, if I'm sitting up in the stands tonight and I see 2 new guys that just came in and they're going out there, and that means coach feels like, hey, we got a better chance to win those guys, it gives you a little extra fire. So I think, for a while here, we just haven't had that luxury. We've been so short on bodies. We just, the same guys have basically gone every night. I think competition breeds success. I think that's when you find out what you're made of, when you got to make your way in the lineup or beat another guy out. So it's good that we'll have a little bit of that down the stretch, hopefully.
We were just moving the puck around the power play there, and Schwartz, he won a battle and kind of threw it in the slot where I was wide open. One time at home, wasn't much of just a broken down play kind of, and I got the shot off and got it through.
Obviously, the goal kind of came toward the end of the game. Did that seem like it sparked some energy to close the game out? Can you guys carry that forward moving into the weekend's games?
I mean, for sure, scoring 2 goals at the end, the last 5 minutes is big. We got to play these guys 2 more times, and I mean, we started off slow there for the first 2 periods, so we got to use something, use some energy to bring it the next 2 games. So I mean, it's a good start there. The last 5, 10 minutes.
Can you explain what happened in the in the first two periods? Obviously, you get down to the goals. You guys were blocking shots well. You're just not getting
Just
opportunities.
I mean, back after a long road trip there, back in our own beds. I mean, only been home for a couple days, so maybe just some bus legs still trying to get back into the Florida weather. I mean, just trying to get it back, and I mean, it seems like we did it in the last half of the game there, so hopefully it'll come out Saturday a lot better.
And how disappointing was it the way everything turned out tonight, given the fact that you guys played so well on the road during the trip?
I mean, it's tough to come home and lose. It's I mean, don't want to say it's for lack of effort. I mean, we played hard the last minute or period and a half there. It's just we got to play for a full 60 like we have been on the road, and we've been struggling to do that at home. So I mean, we've got a couple home games left here, and hopefully we can buckle down and play like we have been on the road.
A little bit different tonight, not having the friends and family like you had at Brenden?
Yeah, I mean, definitely had lots of family and friends in Brampton, probably like 80 people there. So there's a lot of Solar Bears fans in Brampton for us.
Yeah, it's just it's an honor to be down here. You know, obviously, the end of my college career, I didn't want it to happen, and it did. So all good things come to an end. Had a blast there, but you know, it's time to move on, and I'm just honored to have the opportunity to be down here.
What you see tonight, first game in the pros, that was maybe different or anything similar to what you were playing up in RPI with?
I think, you know, in the ECAC, it's a lot of run and gun, and there's two guys coming hard, especially on a defenseman. And here you got a little more time. You got one forechecker coming hard, but you got a little more time to make plays. So there's just little things you want to adjust to, but you don't want to make too big of a difference. You know, I just like to keep my game simple. That's what I did at college, and that's what I plan to do down here.
What's it like playing against a couple of former teammates, or at least one?
Seeing those guys out there, it's good to see some familiar faces, especially early on in my career. But yeah, it's funny to see those guys that you once played with and you see over the summer all the time, and wearing a different jersey. But no, it's exciting.
Was it good for you having another rookie in Brian Christie here, so that you could kind of commiserate with each other?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, a couple of college guys, you know, we have a lot in common. So it's good that we're down here to break the ice together. You know, jump into the swing of things. I think it's good we both got in there right away, got our legs under us, and we're definitely looking to keep moving forward.
Dropping into a team that's in the middle of a playoff race. What are your impressions on where the team's at and how things are moving, toward the end of the season?
I think they're in great position right now, and I'm just looking to come in and help in any way I can. Obviously, playoffs are the goal, and you know, tonight didn't go our way. We didn't get the bounces we wanted. But that's okay. We'll forget about it. Nothing we can do now. And we got a couple big games ahead of us here in the next couple of days.